two-horse race is going all the way. Oh, it's a huge moment for Jon Rahm. And Jon Rahm has marched into the heart of the LIV Golf empire, and he's conquered it.
Very satisfying to come in your first year to say all year that the goal is to win and to actually win.
We have to look how to continue to build a team sustainable in winning.
The Crushers are looking to solidify that #1 seed.
We are grinding for that team championship. It means so much. We know what we're going to do. We're going to go out there and we're going to be Crushers.
All roads have led to Dallas, Texas. This weekend is all about our teams. 10 of them square off on quarter-final Friday. This is the LIV Golf Team Championship.
The LIV Golf season culminates with a team championship event that is a 3-day bracket-style battle to see which team can emerge from multiple head-to-head competitions. After 9 months and 13 tournaments in 7 countries on 4 continents, the grind of a golf year can catch up with a player at any time. And for that reason, LIV always has multiple alternate players on site, just in case of an injury or illness. John Catlin is an 11-year veteran who has been a top performer on LIV's partner tour, the International Series in Asia, and is in Dallas to serve as an alternate if necessary. The 34-year-old grew up near Bryson DeChambeau in Central California and has already filled in for players 4 times during the season and helped Brooks Koepka's Smash GC win LIV Greenbrier.
What's going on?
There he is. Showtime right there.
Yeah. How you doing, man? I can be here if somebody's injured. I really feel very fresh and ready to go. And if I get in, I would love to help any team I'm a part of try and win that day. I've played on a lot of tours, and I've played on many different continents. And there was definitely times I thought about giving up, but I've never quit. That's been the story of my life. If it's something I want, even if I feel like I'm like, man, this is really difficult, I just keep pushing through. And I never quit until I get it. What are you guys playing in the first round?
High flyer.
Oh, okay, nice.
You're reserve this week?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just here as a reserve. See you guys out there?
We'll see you.
Yeah. Have a good day.
You as well, man.
What do I have to do to be ready for when I do have the chance to play? I'll go through my normal routine. I get here, I do my warm-ups, my stretching, and just get myself ready to play. And I'm going to play 18 holes tomorrow just so I can see the course in case I get the call. It could happen. It's happened in the past, and so I'll be ready in case that happens. You're always thinking, okay, how can I do it a bit better? How can, little changes over a long period of time. That's how you become a champion.
That was really good.
I've always been under the assumption you got to earn what you get. Have I played well? Yes, I've played well. But have I earned my spot yet? No.
Atta baby.
There's no shortcuts. People don't just give you things. You got to earn it. And the players that are here, they've earned their spots. I know where I started, and I know how much this means to me. And from the time I was 12 years old, I wanted to be a professional golfer. Did I know what that was going to entail at the time? Absolutely not. I had no idea how difficult it was going to be until I became a professional and started to really live the life. To be away from your friends, to be away from your family, to be away from what you know, be away from, different cultures. It's difficult, but it's worth it to me because I love this game.
The top 3 teams from the regular season have earned a day 1 bye, and this year, that would be Bryson DeChambeau's top-seeded Crushers, Jon Rahm's second-seeded Legion 13, and Cam Smith's third-seeded Ripper GC, which could be the biggest threat of any team. Cam's all-Aussie squad brings undeniable chemistry, as well as 2 team wins, including the biggest one of the year on their home turf in Adelaide, Australia. Ripper GC's GM, Nick Adams, who recently joined LIV after over 20 years of senior leadership experience working with major media brands like ESPN, knows how big a win could be.
This is a huge weekend for us, and the guys know that, right? Everything has been building towards this weekend. They really feel like they're playing well enough as a collective to get it done. All I know from my guys is they put everything they can into every week they play, but they also understand the large occasions and how to seize the moment and make the best of it. Obviously, my job gets a lot easier if the guys perform extremely well and win. Right? Everyone wants to be associated with winners, whether it be fans, whether it be commercial partners, but they know the stakes, right? It's big boy business out here. That camaraderie to come together and perform means that within the team, you've got people pushing, which ultimately brings out the best team performance. I reckon we'll go close to winning this weekend. They're dialed in.
The other general managers, bringing a wealth of experience from their previous careers outside of golf, know what it takes to reach the top and chase success.
I was one of the founders of Travis Matthew.
So I came from the gaming industry, was the CEO of Mojang Studios for a long time, which is famous for the game Minecraft.
I started with the LA Dodgers, everything from sponsorships to marketing to player management, and then I went over to the central office, Major League Baseball, spearheading a lot of the Asia efforts.
Well, I've been in golf my whole life, from director of golf at a private club in West Virginia to managing and representing some of the best players in the world.
So we're coming in a much different position this year. We were #1 going into the playoffs last year. This year we're coming as an underdog. We got to play on Friday, and it's going to be interesting. You know, I am a little bit biased, but I'll take DJ and P. Reed in singles against anybody else out there. So it's coming in a position we've never been, but I'm very optimistic on how the season could end.
If we get far in the team championship, so if we'd go and win this thing, it would be massive, obviously. I mean, everyone would be talking about it. All the conversations we have with partners would be helped by that, so it's massive. My expectations is that I think we can surprise people.
The reason why there's fans, there's the reason why there's sponsors, the reason why there's broadcast rights is to people, because people want to connect with winning. So 1000%, we have to turn things around. For us to build the brand that we want to build, for us to have the following that we want to have, we have to start winning. So that's why I think Dallas is critical for us to win. At the very least, go out with a positive note and carry that into next season.
The team knows there's a lot of work to be done because all the teams are going to be fired up for this event. The team championship's what it's all about. It's what we play for.
With a quarterfinal round fast approaching, Cam and his Ripper teammates take one last day of prep in their uniquely Aussie style.
Good game, guys. Only lost 5 in a row there to lose 4 and 2. That puts Moody up to 500 and Luke is at 625. That's a lot of alcohol. That's for a separate piss-up. Just something.
That could be for our piss-up boot camp.
It's a bit of a tricky course. There's a lot to learn out here, so our practice rounds have probably been taking a little bit longer than usual.
No, not much spin at all, is there, Cam?
No.
Out of this sand.
I think it's a great match play course. There's going to be a lot of scrambling, and I think you'll see a lot of teams that kind of look in position, get frustrated by the other team, going everywhere and then squaring the hole. I think there'll be a lot of that, so it'll be a fun watch.
Mate, probably make this on a par 4. We could reach it in 2.
I think we've had, probably over the last couple of weeks, really gone through every team within the team for the foursomes match, and we wanted to see the golf course first and get a lot of work done, so I think we're in good stead.
LIV's team championship is based on seeding, with a twist. The top 3 teams on the season, the Crushers, Legion 13, and Ripper, all get first-round byes. After that, the teams that are seeded 4 through 7 get to choose who they want to play. A Zoom meeting between the captains set up by the rules officials is where the matchups will unfold.
So tonight we're going to have 10 captains on a Zoom call picking who they're on play in the first round.
So with that, we'll get started. Brooks is having some traveling issues, but has selected Smash to play the Ironheads in the first round.
Okay. I guess that happens when you travel on a crappy plane. Huh?
Yeah. So that Waco leaves you up next. Torquay, who would you like to play?
So Torquay is gonna go with the high flyers.
Okay.
Fireballs are gonna play Westy. The Majestics. Majestics. Again, like last year.
Louis, who would Stinger like to play?
We're gonna play Clicks.
All right, my friend. All right.
Text Max your lineups if you know them right now, and we'll put them in. Thanks, everyone.
Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you.
As expected. Still winds me up though when Sergio picks you, don't you? You just wipe the smile off his face.
always fun when you get them together. They always have a little fun with it.
A little bit of banter flying around as usual. If you're Ironheads, I think you're pretty 99.9% sure that Brooks is playing one, right?
Right.
He's going to put himself at one. So does Kevin Na fancy that match as captain playing at one? Or does he go, actually my chances of winning are higher in the singles match number 2 or the alternate shot?
Or hope Ginny can pull off the upset against, Brooks, which could happen always, right?
Good.
I had talks with my teammates. It's like, look, guys, this is match play. Anything can happen. Look, we're the underdogs. Everybody thinks that the smash is going to advance, but let's go out there and give it all we got and see what can happen.
The team championship, you've got to be truly ready because there's no warm-up phase, right? It's like, bang, you don't get one round off. Round 1, round 2, round 3, it's over. So you've got to come in with your A game right from the get-go.
The Ironheads are trying to eliminate Brooks's smash. And of all the matchups, this is the one that we didn't see being close.
I felt like Danny's game was trending where I felt like he was going to win.
What a performance by Danny Lee. He's beaten Taylor Gooch 1-up.
If they can pull this off, that would be a huge upset.
Scott Vincent and his team getting trounced at the moment. He and Kazuma by Kokrak and McDowell. Oh! An ace for Scott Vincent and a wonderful moment.
I looked at my caddy, John, and I said, I hope that is the momentum changer.
Smash were 4-up in the foursomes. They're now 1-up with 1 to play. Oh! The Ironheads have won 4 of the final 7 holes to take it to extras.
As soon as Jeannie makes it, Brooks came up to me and goes, man, like he complimented Jeannie, like, man, that was gutsy. That guy's got some balls.
Junichiro Kazuma has this for the Ironheads to beat Smash and reach the semi-finals.
Come on. Go!
Oh! Forget March Madness. This is September insanity.
I felt like everything we did leading up to that tournament was forgotten. And it was an amazing feeling. And you can see it in our emotions.
Look, I think their team's set up for match play. They were very competitive. I think they're underrated.
Incredible.
The 13th seeded Ironheads have shocked Brooks Koepka's Smash GC.
All right, one more day, boys. We live to see another day.
We will begin with the #1 pick, the defending champions and #1 seed in this year's tournament, Crushers GC, Bryson DeChambeau.
We're going to be picking the Ironheads.
Ironheads GC, all right.
I'm excited to be here, and obviously we're playing the #1 seed. They're a tough opponent, but we've shown that in match play, anything can happen.
The Ironheads, the 13th seeds, looking to shock the world for a second straight day.
The only thing I think we need to focus on is every one of us owns our group. And that was just the mindset going into it, that trying to put up the best number we can as an individual. Danny, he got paired with Bryson. And I said, Danny, show me what you got. Like, take him down.
This is getting rather worrying for Bryson DeChambeau and his Crushers. The Ironheads are currently up in all 3 matches against the defending champs. What a performance by Kevin Na. He and Junichiro Kazuma take the Ironheads the first point of the semi-final. Back to 16 and Danny Lee to win the hole.
Give it a little. Let's go.
The shock is on in Dallas.
You're the man, Danny.
You're the Bryson Slayer. You're the GOAT, dude. You're the GOAT.
The Ironheads, the 13th seeds, have knocked off the defending champions and are into the finals.
Great job.
You have to see it to believe it.
It's like the White Sox winning the World Series this year.
Look, we're the underdog. We're still the underdog going into tomorrow. Confidence is high. We're going to go have some great team dinner again, and we're going to go out there and give it all.
Kevin, what does it feel like to be Cinderella?
Feels pretty damn good.
We had a rough year. During the regular season, we struggled. There's a lot of challenges, but overall, I've been very passionate about this team. We're treading the right way.
Good job today. We made it to the finals. Proud of you guys. I know we're playing tomorrow, so we'll do cheers on the water. All right, let's get it tomorrow, huh? All right.
Good job.
Our performance can fluctuate. And when you build a good franchise, it's not always about how you're performing now. It's about the brand, right? And I want the brand to be, everybody sees that logo, oh, that's the Ironheads.
Jenny, were you nervous today?
Yeah. 17, the putt on 17?
Yeah.
He was very nervous.
It's okay, but 18 was a harder, like 18.
Oh, 18 was harder.
I was nervous. Oh, when he made that, oh, it felt so good.
Yeah. ちょっと難しいな。
Right in the center. You didn't look nervous though, which was good.
見えなかった。
Man, but that's like crazy. We took down the #1 seed.
Yeah.
Oh,
And 3-0.
yeah. But everybody's loving that we took down the #1 seed. Yeah.
Nobody was cheering for me.
Nobody.
We were.
Playing against the Goliath. I mean, all the time whenever I made birdie, just dead silent.
I can't be more proud of where we've come from. I know we had a rough season, but hey, man, it's all how you finish.
You can be all you want and do everything you can off the golf course, have the greatest sponsors. If you don't win, what's the point? We're here to win.
Cheers again.
The 2024 Team Championship is now down to its final day. And just like every other sport, there's the favorite, Cam Smith's Ripper, the underdog, the Ironheads, and a couple of very dangerous veteran teams, Dustin Johnson's 4 aces, with Patrick Reed, Harold Varner, and Pat Perez trying to make one more round count, and Legion 13, who will have to do it without Jon Rahm, who is sick and has chosen John Catlin to be a clutch substitute to help them get a win.
Me, unfortunately, falling sick and not being able to play, that's hard to get over, to fight so hard for the team all season and not be able to play amongst them on Sunday. It was a quick decision to choose John Catlin to fill in for me. He's been playing fantastic all season, so I felt like he was the best fit for us.
I was hoping for an opportunity. Never like to see anybody get sick or injured or anything, and hopefully John can recover quickly. But I mean, I'm looking forward to having the chance to play for sure.
Ripper GC on paper are clearly the top team. The Cinderella story of the team championship, the Ironheads. Oh, Kevin Na!
And the fairy tale potential continues, worst to first.
Nice, Kev.
Well, it's a topsy-turvy championship final here. 3 teams on 8 under par in the closing stages. Lucas Herbert for birdie at 1. Oh! What a moment for Lucas Herbert for Ripper GC, and he gives them a 1-shot lead.
Now Reed.
To tie the lead.
Oh, he missed it.
Oh my. Cam Smith for a 2-shot lead. Yes! A clenched fist from the Ripper captain. Could that be the moment? DJ is approaching must-make territory for the 4 aces.
Oh, he has to finish birdie.
Oh.
Just have to put a lid on it.
Yep. Quite probably the winning moment. I think Dustin Johnson clearly knows it. Cam Smith is leading an all-Australian team to glory here in Dallas. They are the 4 wonders from down under. Ripper GC, the 2024 LIV Golf League team champions.
I've just played with 3 of my best mates and we've won this thing. It meant so much to everyone and we really need to enjoy this because it could be our last win together, particularly as team champions. It's tough to do.
Ripper GC showed everyone how powerful the chemistry between teammates can be. Laying claim to the team championship gives them great momentum as they look to establish themselves as Australia's next great team.
Speechless, absolutely speechless. The boys played incredibly well, it was unbelievable. The way that they played, especially those last few holes where they're really under pressure, it's incredible. I'm glad it's not me. I'm glad I get to sit back and watch from behind the ropes.
To do it with guys that you really care about and really good people around. We've got such a good squad and such a good group of people, and it's nice for them as well, so it's unreal.
But how about the Ironheads?
Oh, the Ironheads were absolutely sensational. Nobody gave them a prayer, and they almost got it done in the final. But here's the big moment, and you must be proud as punch down under of these four boys. And the Aussies will start the party here in Dallas. Ripper GC, LIV Golf League Team Champions for 2024.
The 2024 season on the course may be over, but off the course, the time is now for the league and its teams to grow commercially as the GMs of all 13 teams and senior executives from LIV gather in Florida to discuss the challenges and opportunities that sit in front of them.
Incredibly successful season. You could feel the momentum as we reached Dallas in the end. It's like we are at the moment, we are at the inflection point. You can feel the momentum, you can feel the change. Think about what we can do when we actually ride this wave. So you will remember in Nashville, we did a quick look at state of the business. So these numbers were from May. Look at this. This is from May to September. 126% growth in merchandise sales. Like, to me, this progress still doesn't show even close to the potential of this room.
Almost since I got here, there were two priorities. The first is getting big brands over the top, over the line for league sponsorship deals. The second is getting a real credible US media rights partner. At a league level, these are the big deals that are pretty far along.
First of all, it has been a breakthrough year, so a lot of good progress, huge increase in attendance. We are really getting to scale in terms of the level of marketing that we're delivering, and it starts really with the fan. We need to understand our fan better than anybody, because this is not about us versus the PGA. I don't see them as a competitor. We're trying to build this ecosystem of golf. The more golf fans there are in the ecosystem, the better it is for all of us. But what we are competing against is we're competing for people's attention, their time, and their energy. We may never be the biggest brand in sports, but what I truly believe is that we could be the most loved brand and experience in sports. Nothing stays the way it is forever. Everything must move forward to get stronger. So if you love something, move it forward. Bring it to more places, involve more people than ever before. So what you love can grow and live on forever.
So how have things been going with your off-season discussion with your guys? What's your squad going to look like?
Mate, it's hard trying to figure out that balance between having the right energy and the right personalities meets the performance. Like, who fits culturally within the team? Because I honestly believe that's why we won this year, and that's why you've won in previous years, is because they want to play for each other, right? No. What about you guys? Like, where are you at?
We're in almost an identical situation with Pat.
Right.
Like, Pat for us is literally the glue that holds the team together, but, you know, he's not getting any younger. It's not my decision or DJ's if he can come back. It first starts with the league. But do you make the investment now in somebody younger that maybe would have a worse season than Pat would have next year, but has the potential that is only upside?
Getting that dynamic, I think that's probably the most interesting thing, is trying to figure out and make a bet on, is the dynamic right?
Yep. Now with the next season happening, I've had my phone ringing from multiple players on the PGA Tour that want to come and are looking. Is there a possibility of coming and playing for the Aces? If there's not a spot on the Aces, are there other teams that are looking?
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Anyone you can tell me, or you don't feel at liberty?
I mean, I don't want you to steal them. So now that you guys are the defending champions going into next season, have you guys noticed anything though? I know that it's new in the role, but I mean, did the phone start ringing more?
The conversation is a lot easier, right, in terms of the commercial opportunities. But, you know, winning's everything. The group's happy, then they want to do more interviews, which helps build that fandom, right? So you need all those things to sort of come together to really get the full commercial value of what the team's worth.
I mean, that helps attract sponsors. They want a team that's a winner. They want to have guys on the, you know, podium.
Right personnel, that enable you to get the wins so you can commercially make the most out of what you've got.
Yep.
What I'm finding is the off-season actually is way harder than being on tour, because this is where all the work really begins.
No, it's funny you say that.
It's a lot of work.
Everybody's like, oh, the season's over, you're taking some time off. I'm like,
No.
it's actually much busier. And February is coming quick.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be in Riyadh before you know it.
There is a saying amongst all athletes at the highest levels: there is no off-season. For the LIV captains charged with shaping their rosters and their business, that is especially true. As the captain of the Ironheads, Kevin Na is not only trying to fill a roster spot, as Scott Vincent finished out of the top 48 in the rankings, but he is also trying to help bring a LIV Golf event to his home country of Korea.
Push. That's harder. Yeah. 5, 6. Good.
The LIV schedule, you have a good offseason where you can actually make changes in your game as well as your body. And that's what I'm trying to do this offseason, is really train my body to be more fit, stronger, and faster.
Good. 1.
When I joined LIV, this was a new challenge that I wanted to be successful in. But running a team and being a captain, the responsibilities, I love it, but I'll be honest, it has hurt my game.
Pull with that front leg. 1. Good.
You know how many phone calls and emails that I've got to reply to? And I also make a lot of phone calls to Korea, trying to get support for LIV to go to Korea and for LIV to be successful and my team to be successful.
Hopefully I'm in Korea in a couple of weeks and I see you. Make sure you get some video. The Asian Tour people are good.
We are trying to build an all-4 Korean team. So far, Danny Lee has been the only person that I've able to recruit myself. And we have another player that is verbally committed. And the 4th player, we haven't quite got there. Korea is the 2nd biggest golf market in the world. And when we have 4 Korean players show up as Team Ironheads, I think we're gonna get a lot of support.
All right, Jake, let's look at the driver speed.
Let's go. Here's the real test. This is what he cares about, these numbers. Oh, 70! Right out of the gate, he's happy. So this means
5 to 10 years, I want to feel like when you talk about golf in Korea, I want the guys to talk about if there's a next up-and-coming kid, be like, you know what, that kid has a chance to make it to the Ironheads.
173.
Looks like
I
Danny.
quit.
남편은 뭐든지 이렇게 도전하는 걸 굉장히 좋아해서 그 전에도 PGA 투어 있을 때에도 보면은 이제 골프에 당연히 집중하지만 그 외에 이제 스폰서 일이든지 뭐 다양한 다른 면에서도 이렇게 자기만의 이렇게 챌린지를 하려고 굉장히 노력을 많이 했어요. 근데 지금 리브 와서는 캡틴으로서 팀을 운영하다 보니까 여러 가지 신경 쓸 점들이 되게 많은데 그거에 남편이 당연히 스트레스를 받을 때도 있지만 그거를 좀 어떻게 보면 새로운 목표고 새로운 도전이다 생각하고 굉장히 즐기려고 노력을 해요.
When I was a kid, I used to stack them up and see how I can get it.
I'm doing everything I can to make the team successful. And sometimes how I go about it, some people might disagree. I get very emotional sometimes. And look, and that's part of being an athlete and part of running a business. But because I care that much, and for our team to come where we are now than where we started, it just shows that how much work we put in.
That's pretty good. I need to stick to golf.